Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the channel. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about how to day trade supply and demand. Okay, so as you know we talk about supply and demand quite a lot, okay, because it's basically what we use on a daily and weekly basis. We don't use very small time frames, but I'm going to show you a way how to do this if this is what you want to do, if this is what you're looking for. Okay, if you're looking for quick trades, just to get in and out. This is something that I could do. Personally, we prefer not doing that because we don't want to spend too much time on the charts, waiting for like looking at setups the whole time and stuff. But this is something that definitely works, as I've already explained that supply and demand works on every single time frame. And I'm going to just show you some examples today of supply and demand on lower time frames. Okay, I'm going to show you some examples, for example, on the 5-minute time frame. Now, on the 5-minute time frame, uh, supply and demand goes pretty clean. Okay, the thing that I recommend you do is to understand what sessions are starting, when are finishing, when they're opening, when they're closing. And also it really depends on your schedule as well. Obviously, if you work, if you study, if you don't do anything, if you have nothing to do all day, if you're free all day, whatever. Okay, so it's really important to understand these sessions, and this indicator is basically the only one we use. That just helps us. It shows a little bit more when the sessions are opening and when they're closing, when there's an overlap. For example, now this green would be London, for example, then this brownish thing would be London and New York together, and then this would be just New York because London closes over here. Okay, so it's pretty interesting to trade supply and demand, obviously together with knowing when to trade it. So let's say you're looking at London session. Okay, you can immediately see at London session when it opens, you have some supply and demand areas. For example, you have a nice area over here, which would be a nice um, buy zone, basically demand zone. And you can see that when London opens, literally 10 minutes after it opens, it leaves a rejection candle and another one. So this basically, this could already be an entry over here with just a tighter stop loss. And you can say, okay, I'm going to target uh, this high, for example. Then obviously you wouldn't have gotten a take profit. You can target the low maybe of these zones. It really depends on you, the targets. But anyways, if this trade doesn't work out, then you should have been on break even already, as there was a nice reaction to it. So you also have some flip zones basically where it basically got broken. Okay, it got broken and it came back and it showed a nice reaction to it again. It made a pin bar. So basically at this pin bar, you can say, okay, I'm gonna enter right here with stop loss a little bit over here, and I'm gonna target this low, okay, which would have been a nice trade, as target would have been hit even during London session. It would be 5.5% trade, so that is pretty nice. Then in New York, obviously you have some opportunities sometimes as well. During London, New York. It doesn't look like here there was an amazing opportunity, but we can look maybe at some other days and see if we can find some. Here again, during London, there was a buy zone over here and a very strong reaction to it, rejection, another rejection over here. You can literally say, okay, I'm going to wait until the steam blows out basically of this candle, and I'm going to enter long here with stop loss, depending on your rules. Obviously, I'm going to target just this high, and you would have made a little over 2%. Not the greatest risk reward, but still a nice quick scalp. Let us look at some more examples. You actually have this one over here, nice 5-minute scalp basically as well. You can see price made, it was a nice aggressive buying. Then it came back, made some rejection to it, and you can literally say, okay, I'm going to enter long after these bullish pin bars with stop loss just a little bit below. I'm going to target this high for a better risk reward, and it came there, almost made a 4%. So with this day trading supply and demand, there are literally opportunities every single day. Just make sure they're clean. Okay, I'm sure on the 1 minute there's some as well, but I really don't trade in 1 minute. It's just a bit too quick for me. I can't click that fast basically. um, so yeah, but there's sure some examples, like you can see one over here during London New York overlap. You can see nice buy zone over here. Price came back, made a bullish pin bar. You can say, okay, I'm gonna enter here. But as this goes so quick, guys, in 1 minute, I don't even use it. You can target this high and made a nice 4%. But like I said, on the 1 minute, I don't use it because it's a bit too quick. But if you're comfortable with that time frame, then you can definitely use it. There's just so many examples of supply and demand everywhere. Basically, you can see here, it came in, closed above, came back below, rejected with a pin bar. You can say, okay, I'm gonna enter in this pin bar, and on the 1 minute, I wouldn't be too greedy, so you can target this one, which would be pretty bad risk to reward. So you can say, okay, I'm gonna target this one. At least you get a nice little over 3%, and it made it, so that's pretty nice. Then if you see some rejections over here, you can say, okay, um, I'm gonna buy here, but price closed back below, came up again, and stuff wasn't too clean. But yeah, like I said, I prefer actually the 5 minute time frame instead of the one. The one is just a bit too messy, but well, not too messy. It's just a bit too quick for me. As you can see, it's not actually very messy. It's pretty nice. It's reacting to supply and demand pretty nicely on every single time, on every well, yeah, on every single time frame obviously, but especially on the 1 minute, it's definitely respecting those supply and demand areas. But like I said, it's just a bit too fast for me. But if it works for you, then go ahead. With 5 minute, I think it's a sweet spot. It's pretty nice. I don't trade the 5 minute time frame personally, but I think it's pretty nice to see that it also works out. Obviously, I'm just looking at this week right now. Let me just take something random. Um, Let us see. We have a nice area over here. This whole area where price started dropping pretty heavily, came back, made a pin bar, and you can say, okay, I'm gonna enter at the pin bar with stop loss a little bit above, and I'm gonna target this low, and made 3.7%, which is pretty nice. And those are pretty quick trades in general. So yeah, guys, there are literally trades everywhere. Just another one, just a beautiful trade as well. Price came back in and then um, rejected it. Basically, you can say again, I'm gonna enter here or maybe a bit later. Stop loss is below, targeting this high, made over 5%. Okay, so it's pretty nice to see that it plays out on even these small time frames. So yeah, guys. Anyways, if you have any more questions about this, let us know in the comments down below. Or if you want to ask us something more in depth, you can always message us on Instagram. We'll definitely get back to you and try to help you out. If you're looking for to learn from us, just check out our website or send us a message on Instagram. We'll be glad to give you more information about our services and about our education program. So yeah, guys, hope you like this video, and we'll see you soon in the next one.